What's going on? A good morning to you here on STL Sports Central. This is Card Central 365, powered by Gray Bar. And as always, all content brought to you by DraftKings. The crown is yours. A little baseball for breakfast this morning with the Cardinals and Pirates wrapping up a 4-game series. Last night, final score 2-1. You would know that if you stayed for all 9 innings of the game, Matt Rocchio.
I also know that because I checked the box score. Joe's going to get in my kitchen, and for some reason, my mic sounds like poopy.
Oh,
yeah. The mic does not sound great right now, Joe.
If you want to go change that and sit there and we do this on the fly, that's fine. But yeah, Cardinals lose 2-1 last night. A chance to get to watch Bubba Chandler pitch against the Cardinals, and he was very impressive in the game. And the Cardinals again, just it's as you heard on the post game show, and as we have talked about it, and I'm sure Randy will talk about it too. The offense just not there. Sonny Gray pitches fantastic last night, as opposed to what we've seen out of some of his starts lately. But Sonny Gray giveth and Sonny Gray taketh away with his, again, confusing. And I don't know if you've heard his comments after the game from last night. I know they talked to him post-game. He stuck around, talked to media after the game. And even after listening to his comments last night, it was still so confusing as to what happened and what was going on in his head on that play, saying that he watched where the runner was. He kind of was looking out to expecting the ball to come from second base, and was even then saying he was looking at third. Like he was
definitely looking at third.
Yeah, he was just full of excuses for what happened. And it was a very odd play, the way it just kind of all broke down.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear. We had a pretty good vantage point. I mean, he looked away from Wilson to check the runner at third base, and as he did that, he's looking at third, and that's the moment when Wilson tosses him the ball at first. By the time he whips his head around, the ball's past his vantage point and falling to the ground. I mean, it goes in as an E3 throwing error for Wilson, but that's 100% on Sonny Gray. He took his eye off the ball. And, in a Major League Baseball game, if you have one moment where you lose concentration, you can lose your team a baseball game. And that's exactly what happens. Sometimes, or usually we focus on like an outfielder who wastes a moment and blows a game because
it happened last night. Cody Bellinger did it last night in the Yankees game. Yeah, he kind of came up and there was a play at the plate, and he just kind of lobbed the ball into the cutoff man. And later in the game ended up gunning out James Wood at home, and it made up for it a few innings later. But again, it's those are kind of mistakes that I'll yell at 12-year-olds for.
I'd be oh my god,
that happens. You're like, why do you look at like
I mean, how many times
the only way you're gonna make a play is if you have the ball and know where the ball is.
I mean, how many times do you expect to actually have to use the phrase "keep your eye on the ball" to a Major League Baseball player?
It baffled me when it happened, and Tommy Pham made them pay for it later in the game.
But the real problem is the continued ineptitude from the offense.
Yeah.
Last 9 games, they have, I think, 20 more strikeouts than they have hits in their last 9 games. It's bad. And relative, and if you're wondering, well, how bad is that usually? Is that like a whole season kind of thing? For the whole season, they have over 150 more hits than strikeouts, which isn't great, but it just shows you that usually across a 10-game span, the numbers should be at worst even. And the Cardinals they're striking out too much. They're not getting the ball in play nearly enough. Pedro Pajes is the only guy last night with multiple hits. Yeah. And that's why despite the fact that it's the Pirates, I have no confidence that they split this series today.
And you look at, you look at last night, and for a moment before you actually look at the box score and you see that that Pajes did have 2 for 4 last night. Usually that is a moment where you would see him get pitch hit for by Pozo in that 9th inning. And Ollie, again, it's, that's managing, I think, more off of feel, more of in the moment than analytics, I'm fine with that. A guy's 2 for 3 going up there.
Yeah, why not?
Let him swing again.
Let him cut.
See if he's having a good day, give him, keep it going. More often than not, though, you would see Pozo in that, but zero issue with letting him hit in that moment. Hey, this is Card Central 365, and all content brought to you by DraftKings. And jump on that DraftKings Pick 6 app. Baseball related. You check out some of the games going on today. A getaway day in St. Louis, so maybe hit that less button a little more than usual after teams are wrapping up a 4-game series on a Thursday afternoon. But check it out for football later today. I believe 17 college football games going on today to kick off on a Thursday. The Pick 6 app is available here in Missouri. What do you got for me?
17 games for about 8 hours of college football today.
Yeah.
11 games tomorrow. 60 games on Saturday. 2 games on Sunday, and then of course we do get a game on Labor Day on Monday. So I mean, tack up those college football mores or lesses.
Don't settle for smaller payouts. Switch to Pick 6, and right now new customers get $25 in bonus picks with their first deposit of $5. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app and use code STL Sports. That's code STL Sports for new customers to get $25 in bonus picks with the first deposit of $5. Better payouts, bigger wins, only with Pick 6 from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including New York and Ontario. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
We do have a Cardinal lineup for today. Miles Michaelis on the mound, and the 9 they are going with Rock R.
Lars Nootbaar leading off in center field again with Miles Michaelis at the plate. That'll be interesting. Ivan Herrera at DH batting second. Alec Burleson in left field batting third. The cleanup spot it is, of course, Wilson Contreras playing first base. Nolan Gorman playing third batting fifth. Mason Wynn in the 6th spot today at the shortstop role. Thomas Saggese is at second base batting 7th. Jordan Walker batting 8th in right field. And then Yoel Pozo gets the start with Miles Michaelis for the battery, also bats 9th.
Braxton Ashcraft pitching for the Pirates today, 4-2 with a 2.70 ERA on the season. I would imagine, I would have thought that we would have had a ruling on Wilson Contreras by now, but we're seeing him. Yeah, we're seeing him in the lineup yet again. Would not be surprised if we know something before tomorrow's game.
Braxton Ashcraft, has to be in the running, and this is his first year in the majors. He's got to be in the running for our good friend Chris Gardner's Ascot All-Stars.
I was thinking,
I mean, Braxton Ashcraft.
Yeah,
that is. I mean, come on. That is the most polo playing name in the Major League Baseball right now. That's incredible.
Miles, at this point in the season, I'll ask you this.
Wait, I thought they were skipping Miles Michaelis to start. Did they already do that? Did I miss that?
No. This is again. Are there any? Are we? I mean, we're at the point. Are we at the point now of this? They haven't skipped a start. There's nobody else that they have put on there. They haven't had an off day. We have not skipped his start yet. There are just no expectations at this point for Miles Michaelis, right? Like I just sit here and it just, get you through 4 or 5 innings, and that's just 4 or 5 less innings that somebody else has to pitch. That's kind of the way that I go about it right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you just there is no good way to go about it.
No, it's again, yesterday, I don't know if they touched on this, if they did 365 by the time this news came out, but like the Brewers yesterday signed Eric Fetty.
Yep.
Like the Brewers are not signing Eric Fetty at this point to make a deep run in the postseason. They're signing Eric Fetty because they're kind of like, okay, you know what? It's another, maybe he gets us through a couple innings that we don't have to tax on guys that are actually going to
because they're know where they're at.
They're in the playoffs. They know that they're going to be playing in October. You know what? Hey, you have an arm, use it get us 20 innings in September and we'll be happy.
Yeah, I think that's a smart thing for the Brewers to do as well. And of course, that means that with 2 series against the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm 100% going to put money on the Cardinals getting blanked by Eric Fetty in one of those starts.
God, I will not. I cannot.
You know it has to
do
happen
that.
at this point. Like,
No.
come on, what else? There's 6 whole games.
Yeah.
He's starting one of those games, Joe.
Yeah.
What if the Cardinals? What if the Cardinals can't get to him?
Before we wrap up here, I'm curious here from Jay. He said, "Where's the Cardinals, Bubba Chandler?" I
He's
don't know
on
what
the,
he means by that.
He's on the operating table.
Are we
getting a new elbow.
Who are we considering? Who are we saying is the Cardinals, Bubba Chandler? Like, is he saying it from a top prospect standpoint and saying JJ Weatherholt, or are we saying that from a pitching standpoint and
I think he's
Quinn
saying
Matthews?
I think he's saying who's the 24, 25-year-old pitcher making his debut in August for us.
Yeah.
Because it was the second game of his major league career for Bubba Chandler, who was fantastic. I think this question is more honed in on the pitching side of things. And my point is that all of them are injured. All of them are
They're injured, and it just doesn't seem like any of them are major league ready. So it's just a case of frustration with the depth of this organization right now and what you have. There is nobody down in the minors right now. Last year it was all about McGreevy. Hell, this year was all about McGreevy and when we were going to see him. There's nobody right now in this organization that I kind of look at and I can't wait to see pitch at the big league level. You can tell me Quinn Matthews all you want. I think I need to see another spring out of him at this point. It's just innings.
Here's the difference
coming up here.
Bubba Chandler in 2024, 7 starts, 39 innings in AAA. Not a lot. They didn't bring him up. 2025, he had 24 starts at AAA with a 4.05 ERA. And then they brought him up. 22 years old. I was wrong about his age for some reason. I don't know why. So that's why there's no Cardinals Bubba Chandler, because nobody else who has the Major League Baseball profile is getting 24 starts this season, because they were either injured to start the year, so they're not getting the innings like Quinn Matthews, or they got injured in the middle of the year and we're not going to see them until 2027 like Takeo Roby.
You and Randy will have more to talk about as the show rolls on, or the coverage of Cardinals and all St. Louis sports rolls on here on STL Sports Central. Big day today because our Mizzou postgame show tonight debuts as they kick off later tonight against Central Arkansas. So even more added content for your St. Louis sports scene here on STL Sports Central. For Matt Rocchio, I'm Joe Roderick. That's going to do it for today's Card Central 365. We'll talk to you after the postgame show with Stefan and I think Luke today. I have to look at the schedule and see, but we will be coming your way with postgame show after Cardinals and Pirates later this afternoon.